Welcome back to my channel. Today I want to talk to you about creating additional income streams and maybe challenging yourself to make an extra 1K this month in your creative business. I know that sometimes when we hear the news, we hear about the recession, the economy, and how everything is doom and gloom. It's really tempting to panic and think, oh my goodness, here we go. I'm going to lose everything. I'm going to end up homeless. I'm never going to be able to make art again. And our brain tends to spiral into some crazy, crazy thoughts. And I also want to just say, we can't really blame ourselves for some of the crazy thoughts that we have. Is because we're constantly bombarded with negative news, fear-based tactics, and so much from the media that it's only natural that it causes fear. But there's always something we can do. You probably already know that many of today's biggest companies and biggest, most wealthiest people have started their businesses during recessions or difficult times. That's because they see the world through the lens of opportunity. And they were looking for ways that they could show up for other people during those times of crisis. I love learning about successful people and their journeys and how their mind works. And one of the books that I recently read that was really inspiring was called The Psychology of Money. I'll link it below in case you're interested. Now, when you see the world through a lens of possibility, through the lens of wealth, you start to notice money-making opportunities. And yes, as an artist, you also have this ability. There's so many ways to bring additional income, and the important thing is not to judge yourself of, what that means for you. If you feel inspired to create something beyond your art, or maybe create a variation of your art that's really accessible to other people, there is no shame in that. I know when I went to art school, there was kind of this unwritten rule that if you make money from your art, you're a sellout and you're not a good artist. And it really was harmful, especially because I was really struggling financially during that time of my life. And so I encourage you to keep an open mind and realize that when you offer your information, knowledge, artwork, or maybe even creative products to other people, then you are also serving them and bringing joy and beauty into their life. So let's talk about some simple ways that you can bring an additional 1K into your creative business this month. The first and most obvious thing you can do is look through your inventory and see what do you have available currently that you could maybe offer in the form of a studio sale. You don't have to discount it. You can just put it in your shop. Maybe you have some works on paper or small sculptures or collages that have not yet found homes, and you can curate a collection and offer it to your social media audience, your newsletter, and any other way that you can share it. I like to sometimes go through my inventory and even just share an older piece that hasn't sold yet, whether it's in my studio or available through my gallery, and remind potential collectors that this piece is available for purchase. Make sure to include a call for action and a place for them to buy it so that they can get their hands on your beautiful art. The next option or idea for you, and by the way, this list is not exhaustive. You can feel free to come up with your own ideas. These are just some suggestions for you. Are you good at a certain skill? Maybe you are an amazing realist oil painter and you can package up your knowledge and sell an online workshop or even create a course. This can be a great way to share what you know, empower others, and make additional income. You can literally start an online workshop by creating a Zoom link and creating a checkout page using PayPal or Stripe or whatever app you use to make sales, and have people start signing up. You can promote this on your social media, newsletter, and even just reach out to people who've maybe asked you about these kinds of services before. The next idea is, if you don't want to teach live and you want to create some passive income, maybe creating an ebook or a guide. When Alicia and I wrote our first version of the Smartest Guide, we offered it as a $7 ebook, and we actually ended up making nearly 5K from that ebook alone. So don't limit yourself, and if you have an idea or a thought that can be packaged up into information, resources for other people, or a how-to guide, this can be a great way to bring in some additional income. The next idea I have for you is to offer prints or reproductions of your work, or maybe even create merch with a certain unique design that only you can give to the world. There's a lot of dropshipping websites called like Printful, or there's other options out there as well, or you can partner with the local print shop to create your items. Whether you're selling prints or merchandise or reproductions, make sure that you test a sample of the work before you offer it for sale so that you're confident in the quality and you're happy with the things that you created and you can stand behind the product. Finally, I love this practice by James Altucher, and in his book, Choose Yourself, as well as 10,000 Experiments Skip the Line, that book, he shares that he writes down at least 10 to 20 money-making ideas each day. And it's not that we have to take action on every single one of these ideas, but it doesn't hurt to always have something in your pocket for when maybe you want to generate additional income. Maybe you want to renovate your studio or buy a new piece of furniture, or maybe you have an exciting travel opportunity, or maybe there's an emergency bill that came up and you want to generate some cash. There's no shame in supporting yourself using your gifts. So start writing down ideas of what you can do to serve your community, offer beauty and products to the world, or another thought that you might have had that you did not yet take action on it. The really important thing is, as you start putting out new offers and creating new income streams, make sure to track your progress. One of the most exciting and fulfilling things is seeing even just a little bit of growth. So maybe even making an extra $500 this year compared to last year can give you that momentum and inspire you to keep going and keep putting yourself out there in new and exciting ways. We live in an amazing world where we have technology, we have the internet, we have social media to help us share. And even though it may feel like it's oversaturated, I promise you, there's still enough room for you. Especially when it comes to original art or limited edition products, you don't need 10,000 people. You literally just need a handful of people who love what you do and support you. I read somewhere once that you only need 100 true fans or 100 clients to purchase from you consistently in order to have a full-time business. Hey, 100 people is pretty doable, right? So my friend, I hope this was inspiring, and I hope that next time you're tempted to panic or fear or worry about the economy or recession, even though of course they are very real, scary things that we as humans have to deal with, I want you to also be in your power and remember all the options that you have that you may not have taken action on yet. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Feel free to tag me on Instagram and let me know if you had any success with my tips and the result of your efforts. I'm so proud of you. Keep going.